King Henry VIII is here. This is the latest in the Royal Mint's Monarch series. Now, it's a little bit of an interesting design. Those eyes, God, they can't stop looking at me. But it's kind of cool. It's nice. It's part of a 21 coin series, and not every coin is going to be your favourite. But today, nevertheless, we are going to unbox the latest in the Monarch series, have a good close look at it, and talk all about the series to date. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's In Focus Friday, where we take a good close look at something cool made of silver. And today we're looking at 3 coins from the Royal Mint, fresh in through the door earlier this week. And they are, of course, the latest in the Monarch series, King Henry VIII. Not necessarily known to be the most attractive gentleman, and certainly when you saw the images of the coin that the Royal Mint has produced, it was certainly questionable whether it would be a bit goofy, a bit gimmicky, or actually quite good. So we're going to have a look at them in the flesh here today to see whether they are actually good. I've got 2 of the 1 ounces and 1 of the 2 ounces in this 21 coin set. It's going to be quite the eclectic collection when all's said and done, but I am super excited about seeing this coin and others and the collection as it grows together. Now, for those of you who are wanting an update on my trip to the Royal Mint, I went and it was incredible. I will be sharing, I've got so much to say about, well, everything, quite frankly, and I will be sharing a lot of it over the coming weekend. There's a big announcement, big news to share on Sunday. It's going to be Sunday. That's certainly one not to miss. And then I'm going to probably split that whole trip into a couple of videos, at least 2 more, because there was just so much to say. So I'm not really going to go into much now, but other than to say a big thank you to all of the staff at the Royal Mint who I met, and yeah, it was an incredible day. That's all I'll say for right now. We have King Henry VIII here. I've talked long enough. Let's have a look at some of the shiny, silver, beautiful coins that the Royal Mint have produced here. So in terms of full product review, we've seen these boxes come out from the Royal Mint for the Monarch series. This is the 2 ounce. In my opinion, this is the coin to have in the series. With a 21 coin set, you know, you are going to be very much breaking the bank if you're buying something bigger like the gold coin, you know, 50,000, 56,000, I think I calculated it to be for the 1 ounce golds. That's an awful lot of cash to be splashing around on a coin series. At least with the 2 ounce silvers, you're looking a lot less than that, but it's still going to be quite the commitment. So here we have Henry VIII with his big beady eyes. Look at that. Now, the thing here with this Monarch series is that it's designed in such a way to be quite true to some of the original coins from history. And of course, we're talking about history here that's 500 years old. It's not always going to look great. Like, you know, coin production and coin manufacturing wasn't as good back then as it is now. They did not have the technology to do, you know, the laser engravings, the high quality CNC machining. It was all done by hand. And, you know, back then, this was actually a pretty damn good rendition of Henry VIII. So, you know, the 21 coin series, there are going to be monarchs that people don't like. There are going to be monarchs that people think look a bit weird, look a bit goofy, coin designs which are not so perfect. And I think this is where Henry VIII is going to sit into that series. King Charles there on the reverse, beautiful rendition of King Charles. But it's one of those things where it's just how it is. There are going to be coins in a 21 coin series which are not going to be everybody's favourite. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I think this is the best coin in the series. It's certainly an interesting monarch from the point of history. King Henry VIII is probably the most famous monarch from history. Well, maybe with the exception of Queen Victoria. But, you know, you get my point. He's one of the top 3 that you would know and everybody would be able to name from history. So that's kind of cool, and that's what's nice about it. But generally speaking, you know, it's not the best coin in the series, but part of me is sort of beholden to the series to have it all together. I think what it will do is it will look great all together, like it will blend away into the rest of it, although I can't see how these big, giant, bubbly eyes of King Henry VIII will not stop looking at me. They are quite prominent there. So there he is. Tell you what, if I was back in the day and I was King Henry VIII and somebody had come and showed me this coin design, I'd be like, could you possibly take a little bit of fat off the cheeks and maybe straighten up everything else. And, you know, it's one of those funny things, isn't it? Coins throughout history with kings and monarchs and queens' heads on are meant to be able to get your image out to the population. It was like the only way that you could do that. Like the media of the world was coins. Everybody had them, everybody used them, and it was the way that you knew who was the king and what he looked like. So, you know, if you got that in your pocket and your change, it would be, oh, crikey, is that really the king? But that is the way it was, and that's the way it is now, I suppose, with this rendition of Henry VIII. So there is the 2 ounce. Now, let's have a quick look at the certificate so we can see what we've got here. We've got number 144. As I said, I think that the 2 ounce is the one to collect of the series. It's certainly doing very well on second-hand markets so far. I can't speak for the King Henry VIII. I haven't really researched it, but they've been popular with flippers. Which is always a sign that there is a market, the second-hand market for them. Limited edition presentations of 600 with a maximum of 607. Those spare 7 will probably be out to Trial of the Picks in a year or so. So it's pretty low mintage, quite frankly. 600 silvers is not a lot, and I think that they will have a collection following going forwards. Now, the 1 ounces, let's have a quick look at the certificate side by side here. The certificate for this one is 1350 as a mintage. I will have to go and check. At some point, I'm going to do like a midway or a quarter-way update of this series and get all of them out, and we'll have a look, see if any of the mintages have changed. I don't think they have, but I could be wrong in that. But 1350 again is a pretty low mintage, all things considered, for a 1 ounce silver proof coin. I've certainly seen higher mintages on various different releases, and with such a beautiful set, such an eclectic set coming out from the Royal Mint on this, I do think over time this will actually shine through as one of the best collections of coins out there. The only thing that's not in its favour is that it is 21 coins and it's going to be expensive. Even if you have just the 1 ounce coins, you're going to be investing £2,100 into this set, perhaps more if you're backdating to some of the earlier editions. And they do sell out very quickly on the Royal Mint's website when they go live. And a lot of people thought that because King Henry VIII's image here was a little bit goofy, didn't look quite right, that perhaps it wouldn't sell very quickly. But hey, lo and behold, I did my little update video on the day of release, and within, I think it was 11, so 11 minutes past the release time, everything of note anyway was sold out. They still get the 1 ounce golds not selling out in the higher denomination golds. And I don't see that as a surprise because, as I said, the whole collection, 21 coins, is going to be pretty mad to have in 1 ounce gold. So there is King Henry VIII. Now, in some of the previous renditions, I've maybe wrongly, but I've definitely observed a slightly higher relief on the 2 ounce versions. But this one is nothing striking me out. If anything, I'm seeing that I think the definition and the quality is better on the 1 ounce. Maybe that's because it's in the light better on that side. Let's swap them over. But I don't know. What about you? I definitely think that the 1 ounce there has got maybe a little bit of a better pop, a little bit of a better thing going for it than the 2 ounce. Got those eyes. Look at them. They follow you around the room. It's just the way that it's been designed, but they do seem to just stare out into blank space. Goodness me. So yeah, there's the 1 ounce. Now, quality-wise, I haven't noticed anything that's bad. I have going to admit, didn't unbox these live on camera, so I had a quick sneak peek earlier, and that was simply because they arrived the day before I was going to the Royal Mint, and so I just wanted to have a quick look, because if any of them were bad, I was going to bring them straight back to the Royal Mint. So my cursory look the other day didn't identify any issues that I could see, which is always nice when you get a box from the Royal Mint and they're not damaged, dinged, scratched or dented. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in one of the future Royal Mint, sort of, I don't know what we're going to call it, the Royal Mint behind the scenes documentary thing that I'm going to talk about. I don't know what it is. I didn't take any video footage, I wasn't allowed to, but I'm certainly going to talk a lot about what I saw. It was very, very interesting, and yeah, really, really tip-top to see these coins. Very beautiful, actually. Like, from a distance, take away the googly eyes, I do like this coin. I think it's quite cool. It's different. It's warming on me. It certainly is. So there we have King Henry VIII, 3 of him, all very, very... Yeah, those eyes, they do follow you around, but they're there, and that's King Henry VIII, the next in the Monarch series. 21 coins. There's going to be 3 more this year I couldn't possibly tell you without digging out the release schedule what they're going to be, but I'll keep you all updated when I get the newsletters, and we'll do, another release day video type thing when that goes live, and we'll hopefully be able to share with you a little bit ahead of time if there's something in the series you want to get. I'm super excited. When it comes around to it, I think it's like scheduled for end of 2024 or early 2025, Queen Elizabeth coming back on our coins. That's going to be a watershed moment for me. That's like, good old Liz, she's back, isn't she? Look at this. And it's going to be a good one. I hope they do it justice. I don't know which portrait they're going to use, but it's going to be King Charles on one side and Queen Elizabeth on the other. Part of me hopes they use one of her later images of her, maybe the Jodie Clark. So I'm not a massive fan of the Ian Rank Broadley portrait, but maybe they'll use that one. I don't know. Maybe they'll commission a brand new portrait for her. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be pretty cool to have the head of both monarchs side by side. That would be very, very interesting indeed. But of course, actually, I haven't mentioned, this is one of the first coins with King Charles back or on the coin for the first time. In this series, of course, we've now got this split of monarchs, and that, I think, is going to be a point of intrigue for a lot of people, and maybe it's going to be something people like. Maybe it's going to be something people don't like as well, to have a different monarch on the coin series, but personally, I'm not too worried about it. I've been talking about the possibility of it happening through something like the Queen's Beast series. It didn't come to pass then, but it's now happened for the Tudor Beast series, and maybe that's why they called it the Tudor Beast rather than the sort of the Monarch's Beasts or something. But yeah, it has changed, and I think this portrait of King Charles is really good. Like, I'm fine with it. I really do like it. But look, I have waffled on long enough about coins and the googly eyes of King Henry VIII. So, if you would like to share your thoughts and opinions on this particular coin and coin series, I'd love to hear them. And I know that the Royal Mint do watch quite a lot of my videos, and they're starting to pay a little bit more attention to some of the comments that you guys leave. So if you've got something that you want to share about this coin series, respectfully, there are a lot of you out there, well, not so much anymore because I do basically shadow ban you if you're rude and you shout and you swear and you're just obtuse. But if you've got some respectful feedback to share, I know the Royal Mint watch, I know the Royal Mint read, and it's really, really good because they do pay attention to it. And I can say that firsthand. I know they do. So do share your thoughts and opinions down below, but be respectful. Otherwise, that's it from me. Now, this weekend is going to be a busy one with quite some... Oh, it's going to be good. I really hate, now that I know that I can talk about it, not being able to talk about it, but I want this to come out on Sunday. I want to do it justice. It's going to be exciting, and I hope to see you there. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.